We're going to talk about rehabilitation, right? Rehabilitating people. Right? No. Even though the facts are this is tens of thousands of years, 10,000 years or more, of vicious, aggressive, violent tribalism and group symbiotic relationships. You don't want to call it organized. Okay. What they did to the Nile Valley, what they did to the, all the places that they destroyed the ecosystem and then had to disperse and then got it to where they think they're organized and they can come and destroy the ecosystem and then just go to the places where they're not destroying the ecosystem and just saturate the land with, farming, excessive farming, and hit the soils wrong, do everything wrong, put nothing back, and then just keep coming and taking and selling more clothes. And people have more clothes than they could ever need. Okay. More shoes than they could ever, wear. I have shoes, and I when I keep shoes, it's just so I can have them to where they function, to where I can walk in a healthy manner, where I can exercise and do things in a healthy manner to be a healthy person. Okay? That's how many shoes I have and keep. Okay? And I keep my shoes till they don't work anymore. And then I get newer ones. Once they get to the point where they start to hurt my feet or fall apart, I have to get rid of them. Okay. And same thing with my underwear, same thing with my socks, same things with my pants, until the crotch falls out, till just my shirts. Okay. I don't get new ones because they start looking bad. I get new ones because they just don't function as well anymore. I do things out of form and function. I do things because I care about the planet. I care about people. I care about one another. Okay, I care about living. I care about people not being vain, about understanding, okay, this is what clothes are for. They're not here to be a social statement like Muhammad said in the Quran. They're not to be a whole social statement to compare and make other people feel inaccurate or and inferior. Okay, sorry. Sometimes with words it's hard, but I know, and and I'm the most intelligent person probably on social media and in the world, and these people, he says this wrong, he says that wrong. It's like, yeah, words. It's only words, and words are all I have to take your heart away. But it's what excessive compulsive people do to make other people feel inferior and inadequate. Okay. Is absolutely insane and ludicrous. And no, we're not having a fucking State Farm commercial. Or no one's going to pop up in my house, or I'll kick their dick off their pathetic body. Right? Okay. Fuck out of here. Okay. You here to live the Lord's Prayer? Then you need to leave. Okay. Earl's had enough, right? And you get like that, so you get that way. It's a reaction to violent, aggressive, selfish, brain chemical addicted tribalism. You get to the point where you've had it and you cut that rapist's head off and you forgive me, Muhammad. I'll never do it again. I know, and I forgive you. And off goes the head, right? And you just got to understand that's an extreme condition because of an extreme reaction to an extremist. Okay. It rarely happens. I'm a very forgiving person, very understanding person, very calm person, very beautiful, amazing person. Okay. When you stay in conditions that are agreed to, invented by, and agreed to by people that invent and manipulate, so they can have the world that they think they create. So you're not creating anything. You're just inventing and manipulating. You're gross and you're disgusting. Okay. This has happened over tens of thousands of years. Okay. And rehabilitation, slavery, incarceration, indoctrination, manipulation. You have all this. They say every 90 minutes, a military veteran commits suicide because they can't live with the insanity that they were forced to endure because they become a mercenary and a product for corporations to maintain a status quo, a murdering, killing machine. And a lot of them actually have a conscience, and then that conscience, they come back and that conscience develops. They call it post-traumatic stress disorder. They don't want to be a part of it anymore. It seems hopeless and like it's never going to go away, and they just commit suicide. And you're like, no, that's not going to help. If you actually have a conscience and realize it's wrong, but the thing is living with it. Once we eliminate the conditions and they can wake up and go, we're living the Lord's Prayer. Those people aren't going to commit suicide. But you, selfish people that are addicted to your bad brain chemical activity and being on TV doing sexual gyrations for more money because you're the hottest fuck in the fuckingdom is the problem. And you guys need to fix yourself. Okay. I can't do it for you. I can only turn on the light. Okay. Like I used to say, when my son Noah, he would sit there and do things you couldn't sleep because he would get up to stuff. And you have to get him to understand, okay, how to protect and take care of himself and not be like Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville, because dad's got to sleep sometime and he can't keep you out of the intensive care unit and keep you out of doing crazy, stupid things for entertainment or then for money to survive. You stand up for the Lord's Prayer of me. Don't walk in front of a car to get lots of money because of Tani Acosta and Chaparro or Michael Gopin just happened. Okay, money's not real, but and then you get people like that. Worse things have happened to me. They fucked my wife, passed around on chat rooms to try to get me to go off. Okay, they tried to set up a sexual relationship with underage female that I adored and wanted to protect from their perversions that happened to her mother. And there was nothing I could do to stop it, and they kept doing it, and it was horrible, and it makes you literally want to kill people, okay? When the military has their 20 and 18-year-old sons come and sexually take advantage of sexual grooming by Michael Aquino and Antoine LaVey of your beautiful stepdaughter, okay, that's as physically attractive as any Kardashian, if not more physically attractive and more intelligent, because I raised her, okay? But you can't stop it from happening because it's too enticing. It's too, oh my gosh, I'm the hottest thing in the world. Oh my gosh, he looks like Matt Damon. Oh, he looks like Marlon Brando, and they want to be of me. And yeah, but I would sit and tell her, Natalie, if they get caught and somebody does or says something in political shenanigans and games, they're going to want to try to get rid of the evidence, and you're the evidence. And they'll try to make it look like an accident. Well, their dads work at the fort. Okay, Miss Sirhan, don't do that. And I would try to explain it to her. And Patrick had to come and explain it to her. And tell her, I'll protect you and give you hopes that in the future something can happen between us, and I won't get rid of the evidence. I'm trying to protect you. This is really hard, Natalie. You're very beautiful, and I want you to be a beautiful woman for somebody that deserves a beautiful woman. Right now, there's not a lot of us that deserve a beautiful woman, So he came out here and he talked to her and he held her hand and he made her feel hope that there are men like Earl, the man that raised her, that's not her biological dad, that will be men like him in the future because of me, right? And so, we just got to have that hope. And that whole stuff of all those people saying robots are going to build everything in the future, that's an excessive, compulsive digital world that exist only in psychotic imaginations that give you Fortnite and Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty and all that crazy shit. Okay. That's a digital world that doesn't need to exist anymore once we're living the Lord's Prayer. Okay. We'll build houses to last. Some kids were telling me this morning, they go, no, there's certain kind of polymers that are tree sap and other things like that are longer lasting and work better and stuff. But, well, what happens when it gets old and it cracks and stuff? Okay, well, we're going to have to, put it up in the top portion and keep it out of the direct sunlight. And okay, the same thing happens with petroleum. That's true. You're right. Okay, guys. You just re-put in more tree sap. Yeah, for houses and in certain places down near the bottom where the mold grows. And okay, guys, we'll look on that. So it'd be certain trees that we grow that we can be used to harvest to have things to keep the mold and the stuff, the damage out of houses and stuff in the future. And we won't put houses in flood zones and things like that, like they do in El Paso, because they don't mind if poor people get mass murdered and killed because of bureaucracy. Bureaucracy will no longer exist. And so people will be in the best areas and all live in the best areas, and the places where the water goes, that's where the water goes. And we're not going to have people living down there because you treat people like crap. When they can't live among us, there'll be areas where they can go live and they can discovy each other to death in the ass because they don't want to live because they can't do what they used to. But a lot of that bad brain activity is going to just eradicate itself from the face of the planet because you're not going to have the same disgusting... it's not a playground because you're not playing same disgusting brain chemical addiction killing fields that you had before. So it's going to radically change. So rehabilitation, it's going to have to, it's happening now. I'm working on it. There's other people like me in the world. We're just, suppressed and abused by perverts. And, don't trust your rocket scientists, don't trust your computer geeks, and don't trust all them. Those are very selfish, aggressive, violent people that are the product of trying to get revenge on Kurt because he was a selfish, aggressive, violent person. Well, I'm the guy who's the anti-Kurt and the anti-Spock. Okay? Spock's an asshole, Kurt's an asshole. Here's how we become a good person by understanding our emotions and loving each other the right way. Okay. Well, because Jesus is better than Captain Kirk, Spock, and and all that he is. Jesus, forgive debt and trespass. Is any of those assholes forgiving debt and trespass? Love me with eternal faithful peace. Well, then don't beat me up, Scotty. Okay, guys, I love you very much. Okay. Well, we're going to save Lieutenant Uhura, save the world, right? She's the communications officer.